Do your legs ever feel like they're carrying bricks, even when you're just walking to the kitchen? That dull ache in your calves, the cold feet at night, or the strange tingling when you sit too long. It's not just aging. It's your body whispering that blood isn't flowing the way it should. And those whispers can turn into serious problems if you ignore them. See, as we get older, our arteries don't stay as open and flexible as they once were. They start to clog up, slowly, quietly, until one day your legs feel tired just from standing. You might even think it's just part of getting old. But what if it doesn't have to be? What if your body just needs a little help from something as simple and natural as fruit? That's right. Some fruits, ones you probably already love, have special powers to gently clean out your arteries, soften your blood vessels, and help your legs feel lighter again. They work with your body, not against it. No side effects, no complications, just pure, natural support. In this video, we'll uncover 7 fruits that can do wonders for your circulation, especially in your legs and feet. And I'll tell you this, the final fruit on this list is the strongest one of all. It fights inflammation, lowers bad cholesterol, and helps restore the bounce in your step. It's a real game changer, especially for folks over 60. Now tell me in the comments, have you noticed any changes in how your legs feel lately? Type 1 for yes or 0 for no. And don't forget to subscribe to Health 365 for more tips just like this. Alright, let's start with a fruit that's small, green, and surprisingly powerful when it comes to blood flow. The little fuzzy fruit that packs a powerful punch for your circulation. It may look simple, but don't let its size fool you. Kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally supports blood flow in a very unique way, especially in the legs and feet, where circulation tends to slow down with age. One of the biggest challenges for people over 60 is that our blood tends to thicken slightly as we age, and our arteries don't expand and contract as easily as they used to. This can lead to sluggish blood flow, numbness, and even that heavy leg feeling when you're trying to walk or stay on your feet. Here's where kiwi comes in. This fruit contains a natural compound that acts as a mild blood thinner, enough to help improve circulation without interfering with your body's natural rhythm. It's also rich in vitamin K, which plays a crucial role in supporting healthy blood clotting and vessel flexibility. That means your arteries can stay smoother and more elastic, helping blood flow more easily to your lower limbs. But the real magic is in the high vitamin C content. Vitamin C isn't just for the immune system, it actually helps strengthen the walls of your blood vessels. The stronger and more flexible those vessels are, the better your circulation becomes. And better circulation means warmer feet, fewer cramps, and more freedom to move around. A study from the University of Oslo found that eating kiwi daily significantly lowered blood pressure and improved vascular function in older adults. Just imagine what that could mean for your legs if you start adding kiwi to your morning routine. One of the easiest ways to enjoy kiwi is by slicing it up into your oatmeal or yogurt. Some people even eat the skin. Yes, it's edible and full of fiber. But if that's not your thing, simply scooping out the flesh works just fine. Next time you're at the grocery store, toss a few kiwis into your basket. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and they may just help you feel lighter on your feet again. Now, speaking of fruits that help soften blood vessels and fight inflammation, let's move on to another sweet little berry that's as delicious as it is powerful. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the humble strawberry. Sweet, juicy, and a staple in many breakfast bowls. But did you know this little red fruit might be doing more for your legs than you realize? As we age, our blood vessels become stiffer and more prone to inflammation, a major cause of poor circulation. That stiffness can make it harder for your heart to push blood all the way down to your feet and toes. The result? Cold feet, leg cramps, and that nagging pins and needles sensation that just won't go away. Strawberries are nature's answer to that. They're packed with polyphenols, a group of plant compounds known for their ability to relax blood vessels and reduce inflammation. These compounds help improve how your blood vessels respond and widen, especially during activity, so your legs can stay energized longer. And don't forget the vitamin C. Just like with kiwi, strawberries are bursting with this vital nutrient, which helps repair and strengthen the walls of your arteries. It's like giving your blood vessels a natural tune-up, helping everything run smoother and faster. A clinical study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate strawberries regularly had lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker linked to blood vessel inflammation and poor circulation. Lower CRP means calmer, healthier arteries, and better blood flow all the way down to your toes. If you're not already including strawberries in your meals, try blending them into a smoothie, sprinkling them on a salad, or just enjoying them as a snack. Even frozen strawberries retain many of their benefits, so you don't need to wait for summer. So the next time your legs feel stiff or cold, think of strawberries as more than just a treat. They could be a step toward better circulation and more comfortable days. Now, let's look at a deep red fruit that's not only tasty, but also incredibly helpful for your veins. There's something comforting about cherries, their rich color, that perfect balance of sweet and tart. But what most people don't know is that these tiny fruits carry a powerful secret for your veins and circulation, especially if you've been struggling with leg pain or muscle tightness. As we get older, one common complaint is venous insufficiency, when veins in the legs don't return blood to the heart as efficiently. This can lead to swelling, heaviness, and even those bulging varicose veins that are more than just cosmetic. What makes cherries special is their ability to support the health of your veins and reduce inflammation from the inside out. They're rich in anthocyanins, the deep red pigments that give cherries their color. These antioxidants help relax blood vessels and reduce oxidative stress, a major contributor to vein damage and poor circulation. Anthocyanins also protect collagen in the blood vessel walls, keeping them strong and resilient. And then there's melatonin, a natural compound found in high amounts in cherries. While most people associate melatonin with sleep, it also plays a role in regulating blood pressure and reducing vascular inflammation. So, not only could cherries help you sleep better, they may also help your legs feel more energized during the day. One study from the University of Michigan showed that people who consumed tart cherry juice daily experienced less muscle pain and inflammation, which suggests cherries may ease some of that deep, nagging soreness in your calves or thighs after walking or standing. You can enjoy cherries fresh during the season, or reach for frozen or unsweetened cherry juice year-round. Just make sure to avoid versions packed with added sugar. That can work against the benefits. So the next time you see cherries at the store, remember, they're not just a summer treat. They could be a gentle, delicious way to help your legs feel lighter, less inflamed, and more supported with every step. Coming up next is a tropical fruit that doesn't just taste good. It helps scrub away fat from your artery. Papaya isn't just a sweet escape. It might also be a powerful ally for your arteries. If you're dealing with tired, heavy legs or struggling with poor circulation, this vibrant orange fruit deserves a spot on your plate. What makes papaya special is an enzyme called papain. Think of it like a natural cleaner for your bloodstream. Papain helps break down excess fats and proteins that might otherwise build up in your arteries, forming plaque and narrowing the space where blood flows. Over time, this can seriously affect how easily blood reaches your lower legs and feet. But papaya doesn't stop there. It's also rich in magnesium, a mineral that's often overlooked but incredibly important for circulation. Magnesium helps blood vessels relax, improves oxygen delivery, and even supports healthy muscle function, so your legs can feel less cramped and more comfortable throughout the day. And of course, papaya is loaded with vitamin C, a friend we've already seen work wonders for blood vessels. This antioxidant helps reduce inflammation in the arterial walls, giving your blood more room to move freely and preventing stiffness in your limbs. In one clinical study, participants who consumed papaya regularly experienced reduced triglyceride levels, a type of fat that contributes to arterial plaque. Lower triglycerides mean cleaner arteries, smoother blood flow, and less pressure on your legs with every step you take. You can enjoy papaya fresh, chopped into cubes with a squeeze of lime, or blended into a morning smoothie. Some people even sprinkle it with a dash of chili powder for a sweet and spicy kick. It's a delicious and heart-smart way to start the day. So, if you're looking for a simple, tasty step toward better circulation, papaya might be just what your arteries need. It's gentle, natural, and a small change that can make a big difference over time. Now let's talk about a tiny blue fruit that's become a favorite in heart health research. And for good reason. Blueberries may be small, but when it comes to heart and artery health, they punch way above their weight. These deep blue gems are more than just a tasty topping for pancakes. They could actually help your legs feel less heavy, more energized, and even warmer during cold nights. One of the biggest struggles for older adults is losing that spring in your step, when your legs don't quite move like they used to, and staying active feels harder than it should. That's often tied to stiff blood vessels and poor microcirculation in the lower body. This is where blueberries shine. They're loaded with anthocyanins, the same compounds found in cherries, but in even higher concentrations. Anthocyanins don't just color the fruit. They help relax and protect the tiny blood vessels that bring oxygen and nutrients to your legs and feet. That means better blood flow, more energy in your muscles, and less of that cold, tingly feeling that keeps you up at night. In a groundbreaking study by Harvard University, older adults who consumed blueberries daily showed improved arterial elasticity and lower blood pressure. That's not just good for your heart, it's critical for your legs, where tight arteries make it harder for blood to move freely. Blueberries also help fight off oxidative stress, tiny cellular damages that build up over time and wear out your circulatory system. Think of them like little repairmen, patching up damage and keeping everything flowing smoothly from head to toe. What's great is how easy they are to add to your diet. Toss a handful into your cereal, blend them into a smoothie, or eat them plain as an afternoon snack. Frozen blueberries work just as well, and you can enjoy them year-round. So, the next time your legs feel tired or you're having trouble getting going in the morning, reach for a bowl of blueberries. They're not just delicious, they're helping restore your freedom to move with ease. Up next, we'll explore a fruit that's not only exotic, but also powerful enough to help your arteries naturally open up and flow better. About a fruit that looks like a treasure chest, and in many ways, it is. Pomegranate, with its jewel-like seeds and bold, tangy flavor, holds powerful secrets for keeping your blood flowing freely, especially in the legs where circulation often slows down first. If you've been dealing with that tight, achy feeling in your calves or feet, or noticing that your legs take longer to wake up after sitting, pomegranate might be exactly what your arteries are craving. Its power lies in two key compounds, punicalagin and natural nitrates. Punicalagin is a rare antioxidant found almost exclusively in pomegranates. It helps reduce inflammation inside the blood vessels and prevents the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, the kind that forms sticky plaque on your artery walls. Less plaque means more room for blood to flow, and that's critical when you're trying to improve circulation to your lower body. Then there are the natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. This process, called vasodilation, makes it easier for your heart to push blood all the way down to your toes. And when blood flows freely, your legs feel lighter, warmer, and stronger. A clinical trial published in the journal Atherosclerosis found that drinking pomegranate juice daily for just 2 weeks led to significant improvement in blood flow and arterial flexibility. That's a quick result from something as simple as a morning glass of juice. To get the benefits, try sipping unsweetened pomegranate juice, just a small glass each day. Or sprinkle the seeds, known as arils, over your salads or oatmeal. Their sweet tart burst adds not only flavor, but also powerful vascular support. So, if your legs have been feeling stiff, sluggish, or cold, pomegranate might be the natural boost they need. It's delicious, refreshing, and gives your arteries the signal to stay open and strong. Next up is a bright sunny fruit that delivers the most powerful all-in-one support for your leg arteries, especially if you're over 60. Let's wrap up with the most powerful fruit of them all, one that you've probably already got sitting in your fruit bowl right now, the orange. Simple, familiar, and deeply underrated, oranges bring something truly special to the table when it comes to leg circulation and artery health. If your legs often feel stiff in the morning, or you're experiencing cramps, numbness, or even restless legs at night, it's likely a sign your blood vessels aren't as flexible as they once were. Over time, inflammation and cholesterol buildup can make arteries narrower and less elastic, especially in the legs. That's where oranges come in with a 1-2 punch. First, they're loaded with hesperidin, a natural plant compound found in citrus peels and pulp. Hesperidin works to reduce inflammation in blood vessels, helping them stay soft and pliable so blood can flow without resistance. It also strengthens the capillaries, those tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen to your muscles and skin, so you get better circulation in even the smallest corners of your legs and feet. Second, oranges are rich in vitamin C, which not only supports overall vascular health, but also helps lower bad LDL cholesterol. Lower cholesterol means cleaner arteries, and cleaner arteries mean better blood flow from your heart to your toes. In one study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed oranges or orange juice regularly showed better arterial function and reduced markers of inflammation. That's real, measurable support. From something as simple as your morning juice. If you're over 60, this fruit is a must-have in your daily routine. You can enjoy it fresh, juiced, or even as part of a citrus salad. Just be sure to include some of the pulp. That's where a lot of the hesperidin lives. So the next time you peel an orange, remember, you're not just having a snack. You're giving your arteries the boost they need to keep your legs strong, warm, and ready for whatever the day brings. Now that we've explored all 7, let's take a moment to tie it all together. So there you have it, 7 incredible fruits, each with their own way of gently helping your blood flow better, your legs feel lighter, and your steps feel just a bit easier. They're not magic pills. They're not overnight fixes. But they are small, delicious choices you can make every day to support your circulation in the most natural way possible. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Sometimes, healing doesn't come in a bottle. Sometimes, it starts with what you put on your plate. If you've been feeling held back by cold feet, tired legs, or poor circulation, I hope this video gave you not just information, but encouragement. Because your body is always ready to respond to care, no matter your age. So why not start tomorrow with a bowl of blueberries or a juicy orange? Your arteries might just thank you. You've been walking down the street, maybe carrying your groceries, and you suddenly realize your legs just don't feel as strong as they used to. Not just tired, but weaker. Almost like they're giving up on you. It's easy to brush it off. After all, you're over 60. And everyone says that's just part of getting older, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes, that weakness is your body's quiet way of telling you there's trouble brewing. Trouble that could put your feet, and even your mobility, at serious risk. Imagine one day looking down and realizing that a simple walk in the park is no longer possible, not because of age, but because something inside you has been slowly cutting off your body's lifeline to your legs. In this video, we're going to open a window into what might really be behind that creeping weakness. We'll talk about hidden causes most people never think about, how to recognize the early whispers before they turn into shouts, and simple steps you can take starting today to protect your feet for years to come. If you're curious to know whether your legs are trying to warn you, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're feeling confident they're just fine, type 0. And of course, make sure you hit subscribe to Health 365 because the next few minutes could change how you think about your legs forever. Now, let's get into what's really going on beneath the surface. When your legs start to feel weaker, it's easy to shrug it off and think, it's just age catching up with me. But leg weakness can trigger a chain of events that puts your feet in serious danger, often in ways you won't notice until the damage is advanced. One of the most common hidden culprits is poor circulation, known medically as peripheral artery disease, PAD. Think of your arteries as busy highways delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell. With PAD, these highways get narrowed or even blocked by fatty plaque buildup. When the arteries that feed your legs and feet are affected, blood flow slows to a trickle. Without enough oxygen-rich blood, the tissues in your feet begin to starve. Early signs can be subtle. Cold feet, even when the rest of your body feels warm, pale or bluish toes, or a cramping, squeezing pain in your calves after a short walk. That pain isn't simply old age. It's your muscles begging for oxygen. This is where things can escalate quickly. Imagine getting a tiny blister from a slightly tight shoe. For someone with healthy circulation, it heals within days. But with PAD, your body's repair crew, oxygen, nutrients, immune cells, can't reach the wound fast enough. The sore lingers, infection sets in, and if it spreads deep enough, the skin and tissue begin to die. That's gangrene, and in many cases, the only way to stop it is amputation. Another hidden threat is peripheral neuropathy, or nerve damage. It's common in people with diabetes, vitamin B12 deficiency, or heavy alcohol use. Damaged nerves fail to send accurate signals, meaning you may lose the ability to feel pain, heat, or pressure. You could step on a sharp object or develop a blister without realizing it. Keep walking on it for days, and by the time you notice, the injury has worsened dramatically. Muscle weakness adds another layer of risk. Your calf muscles do more than help you walk. They act as natural pumps, pushing blood back toward your heart. If these muscles weaken from inactivity, illness, or injury, the pump slows down. Blood pools in the lower legs, swelling increases, and the skin becomes fragile. This sets the stage for pressure ulcers on the heels or toes, another gateway for infection. Let me share Robert's story. Robert, a 72-year-old retired mechanic, loved his morning walks. One month he noticed his legs felt sluggish, but he ignored it, assuming he was just tired. High blood sugar slowly damages both the blood vessels and the nerves. This double blow means your feet not only receive less oxygen-rich blood, but also lose sensation. Without that feeling, you may not notice injuries, pressure spots, or infections early on. That's why people with diabetes have a much higher risk of slow-healing wounds. Peripheral artery disease, PID, is another stealthy threat. It narrows and hardens the arteries, cutting off circulation to the lower limbs. Kidney disease can trigger fluid retention and swelling, which strain the skin and tissues, making them fragile. Heart disease affects the pumping power of the heart, reducing the force and efficiency of blood flow to your legs and feet. Nutrition plays a much larger role than many people realize. Deficiencies may develop slowly, but their impact on muscle, bone, and nerve health is profound. A lack of vitamin D weakens muscles and reduces bone density, increasing the risk of falls and fractures. Too little vitamin B12 damages nerves, leading to numbness or tingling. Low vitamin C and zinc impair your body's ability to repair tissues, slowing wound healing. These deficiencies often go unnoticed until weakness, loss of balance, or stubborn sores appear. Lifestyle choices can quietly push the situation from risky to dangerous. Smoking constricts and damages blood vessels, starving your tissues of oxygen. Excessive alcohol use harms nerves, disrupts blood sugar balance, and depletes vital nutrients. Long periods of sitting or inactivity allow blood to pool in your legs, causing swelling and lowering oxygen delivery to your muscles and skin. Foot care is another piece of the puzzle that people tend to overlook. Shoes that are too tight, too loose, or poorly cushioned can create pressure points, blisters, and small wounds. If you aren't inspecting your feet daily, those tiny problems can escalate, especially if you have nerve damage and can't feel them developing. Let me share a real-life example. Carol, a 67-year-old retired teacher, had been living with type 2 diabetes for more than a decade. She didn't smoke or drink, but she led a sedentary lifestyle and wore the same snug slippers around the house every day. One winter, she noticed a small red spot on her heel. She assumed it was nothing serious and ignored it. Over the next 2 weeks, the spot became an open sore that wouldn't heal. When she finally saw her doctor, tests revealed poor circulation and a significant vitamin B12 deficiency. That tiny spot was the start of a pressure ulcer. With proper treatment and months of care, she recovered, but she later admitted, "If I had checked my feet daily and worn better shoes, I could have avoided so much trouble." When you combine these risk factors, chronic health issues, nutrient gaps, harmful habits, and lack of daily foot care, they form the perfect storm for serious leg and foot problems, even leading to severe complications like infections or necrosis. But here's the hopeful truth. Once you identify your risks, you can take action to reduce them. Simple, consistent changes, like a short daily walk, balanced nutrition, quitting smoking, and wearing supportive shoes, can greatly improve circulation, preserve muscle strength, and protect your feet. And that's why the next step is so critical. Learning to recognize the earliest warning signs. Acting early can mean the difference between a small, manageable issue and a life-changing complication. The tricky thing about serious foot problems is that they rarely start with anything dramatic. Most of the time, the first signs are so quiet, they blend into your everyday aches and pains. But these subtle changes can be your body's way of whispering, "Something isn't right." If you notice them early, you stand a much better chance of stopping the damage before it changes your life. One of the first red flags is a kind of leg weakness that feels different from normal tiredness. Maybe you used to walk around the block without thinking, but now your legs feel wobbly halfway through. Or you climb a few steps and suddenly need to hold the railing because your knees feel unsteady. This isn't just about muscles losing strength. It can be your circulation or nerves struggling to keep up. Temperature changes are another early warning. Have you ever noticed one foot feeling cold even when you're wrapped in a blanket? That uneven temperature can mean blood isn't flowing evenly to both legs. Along with that, watch for changes in skin color. If your toes look pale, bluish, or even darkened in spots, it's a sign oxygen isn't getting to the tissues the way it should. Sometimes the skin even becomes shiny or thin. And if you ever see a patch turning black, treat it as an emergency. That could mean the tissue is already dying. Slow healing wounds are another clue you should never ignore. A simple blister from new shoes or a scrape from bumping the coffee table should heal in a matter of days. If it lingers for weeks, swells, reddens, or begins leaking fluid, your body's repair system could be failing. Worse, infections thrive in wounds that refuse to close. They have more time to grow, spread, and invade deeper layers of tissue. Loss of sensation is another silent danger. If you can't feel the difference between warm and cool water, or if you don't notice stepping on something sharp, nerve damage may be to blame. Without pain as a warning, you might keep using that injured foot, making things worse without realizing it. Let me share a story. Jim, a retired firefighter I met during a health seminar, noticed his right foot always felt colder than his left. He brushed it off, thinking it was just the old ankle injury from years ago. A few months later, his wife pointed out a small sore on his big toe. Jim couldn't feel it, so he didn't think much of it. By the time he saw a doctor, the sore had turned into an infection, and circulation tests showed severe pain. Luckily, he caught it just in time to save his toe, but the doctor told him another couple of weeks might have meant surgery. Swelling that doesn't fade overnight is also a red flag. When blood or fluid pools in your lower legs, it stretches the skin and makes it more fragile. That opens the door to pressure sores and infections. The bottom line? Your body often whispers before it shouts. Weakness, temperature changes, color shifts, wounds that heal slowly, numbness, or unexplained swelling. Each of these is a message worth taking seriously. Checking your feet daily, even if they feel fine, can help you catch problems in their earliest, most treatable stage. Early action could save you months of pain, thousands in medical bills, and perhaps, most importantly, your mobility. Now that you know what to watch for, the next step is even more important. Taking action today to protect your legs and feet for the long haul. Prevention doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to start before the damage is done. When it comes to protecting your legs and feet, the good news is that you have more control than you might think. Even if you already have some circulation or nerve issues, there are practical steps you can take starting today to slow down damage and even improve your condition over time. It's not about making huge, overwhelming changes. Feet in warm, not hot water. Dry them well and keep the skin moisturized to prevent cracks. Wear shoes that fit comfortably. Tight shoes can rub and create wounds before you even notice. And if you see any changes in skin color, swelling, or sores, get them checked by a doctor right away. Let me tell you about Linda, a 68-year-old gardener who used to spend hours on her feet. She developed a small blister from her garden shoes, but didn't check her feet for a week. By the time she noticed, it had become infected. After her doctor treated it, she started doing daily foot checks, switched to wider shoes, and added short walks into her routine. 6 months later, her circulation tests improved, and she hasn't had a single sore since. Her secret? I just made it part of my morning coffee time. I check my feet before I even finish my cup. The truth is, preventing foot problems isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention and acting early. Every small step you take to improve blood flow, eat better, drop harmful habits, and protect your feet is an investment in keeping your mobility and independence for years to come. Now that we've covered prevention and improvement, let's bring it all together with one final message. Because sometimes the right words at the right time can be the push you need to start today. Getting older doesn't mean losing your strength or accepting that your legs will simply get weaker. What we've talked about today is a reminder that your body often gives you small clues before big problems arrive. Weakness, color changes, slow healing wounds. These aren't just random signs of aging. They're your body's way of saying, "Take care of me now, so I can carry you later." You have the power to protect your legs and feet. Every walk you take, every healthy meal you choose, every moment you spend. Checking your feet is an investment in your independence, and it's never too late to start, because even small changes can add up to big results over time. So here's my hope for you, that you keep moving, keep caring, and keep noticing the little things that make a big difference. Sometimes, the biggest threat to your brain is the one you can't feel at all. Picture your arteries, those narrow, twisting highways carrying oxygen-rich blood, slowly becoming stiff and clogged over the years. It doesn't happen overnight. It's silent, creeping, and for a long time, invisible. For so many people over 60, signs like high blood pressure, tingling in your hands or feet, or that constant chill in your fingertips aren't just random parts of aging. They can be your body's quiet way of saying, "Hey, something's blocking the flow." The real problem? Those blockages can raise the risk of a stroke or memory decline without you even realizing it. But here's the good news. You have more control than you think. With just a few simple changes to what you eat and drink each day, you can help your arteries stay clear, your blood move freely, and your brain stay sharp. No crazy diets, no complicated routines, just real food, in the right amounts, at the right time. In this video, I'm going to share 7 everyday foods and 1 special morning drink, all supported by solid science that can gently sweep your arteries clean and protect your brain. Some are probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. Before we dive in, type a 1 in the comments if you're ready to learn something new for your health, or a 0 if you think you've heard it all before. Let's start with our first one. It comes straight from the ocean and tastes just as good as it is powerful. Salmon, one of the ocean's most powerful gifts to your health. This fish isn't just delicious, it's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, those healthy fats that scientists have been studying for decades. In fact, research from the American Heart Association shows that omega-3s can lower triglyceride levels, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, and even prevent platelets from clumping together into dangerous blood clots. Your brain is like a high-performance engine, and omega-3s are the premium oil that keeps all the gears turning smoothly. Without them, things can start to stiffen, slow down, and run less efficiently over time. But when you give your body what it needs, you're helping maintain the flexibility of your arteries and supporting sharper thinking, better memory, and a lower risk of stroke. Now, not all fish are created equal. Salmon, especially wild-caught varieties from places like Alaska, are some of the richest sources of these fats, without the high mercury levels you might find in certain larger fish. And the best part? It's incredibly versatile. You can steam it, bake it, or grill it. Just avoid heavy frying or drenching it in overly processed sauces, because that can undo some of the benefits. The sweet spot is about 2 to 3 servings per week, each about the size of your palm. Pair it with fresh greens, roasted vegetables, or even a squeeze of lemon for a burst of flavor without the extra sodium. And speaking of future, our next food isn't from the sea at all. It's a vibrant, jewel-like fruit that works wonders for your arteries in a completely different way. Pomegranate, nature's little treasure chest for your arteries. When you break open this fruit, Those ruby red seeds aren't just beautiful. They're bursting with polyphenols and anthocyanins, two powerful plant compounds that have a very special job. According to studies published in Atherosclerosis Journal, pomegranate juice can actually increase nitric oxide production in the body. Why is that important? Because nitric oxide is like a natural relaxant for your blood vessels. It helps them open wider, so blood flows more freely to your brain. Think of your arteries as a garden hose. Over time, if the hose gets stiff or clogged, water can't flow well. Pomegranate works like warm water, loosening that stiffness, allowing circulation to improve. And the benefits don't stop there. The antioxidants in pomegranate seeds also fight oxidative stress, a process that damages cells and contributes to the buildup of plaque inside arteries. By slowing down that damage, you're giving your blood vessels a longer, healthier life. One fascinating experiment at the Technion Israel Institute of Technology found that people who drank pure pomegranate juice daily for just 1 year reduced the thickness of their carotid artery walls by up to 30%. That's not a small change. That's a meaningful improvement that could directly lower the risk of stroke. Enjoying pomegranate is simple. You can eat the seeds fresh, toss them into salads for a burst of flavor, or blend them into a smoothie. Drinking pure pomegranate juice is also an option. Just make sure it's 100% juice with no added sugars, because extra sugar can work against the very benefits you're aiming for. And here's a tip. If peeling a pomegranate feels like too much work, try the water bowl method. Cut it in half, submerge it in a bowl of water, and gently loosen the seeds. The pith will float, and the seeds will sink, making it quick and mess-free. Next, we're moving into the world of leafy greens, and I'll introduce you to one that's not as famous as spinach, but it has an impressive ability to keep your blood vessels happy. Arugula might not be the first leafy green that comes to mind, but this peppery little leaf is a quiet powerhouse for your arteries and brain. Unlike lettuce or iceberg greens, arugula is naturally rich in dietary nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide. It helps them relax, widen, and carry more oxygen-rich blood to your brain, which can mean sharper focus, better memory, and a reduced risk of stroke. Researchers at the University of Exeter found that consuming nitrate-rich batches and use it within a few days. Pairing it with nitrate-rich beets or citrus fruits can amplify its artery-opening effects. Next, we're heading into the creamy, rich world of a fruit that's not only delicious, but also a master at lowering bad cholesterol and easing the pressure on your arteries. Avocado isn't just the darling of trendy brunch menus, it's a genuine ally for your arteries and brain health. This creamy fruit is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, or MUFAs, which are known for their ability to lower LDL cholesterol, the kind that clogs arteries, and raise HDL cholesterol, the kind that helps clear them. When LDL levels drop and HDL rises, your blood flows more freely, delivering a steady stream of oxygen and nutrients to your brain. Avocados are loaded with potassium, an essential mineral that helps balance sodium levels in your body. Too much sodium can make blood pressure climb, putting extra strain on your blood vessels. Potassium works like a counterbalance, relaxing vessel walls and easing that pressure. Vitamin E in avocados also plays a protective role, acting as an antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress in blood vessels. Less oxidative stress means less inflammation, and less inflammation means arteries that stay flexible and resilient over time. Adding avocado to your meals is almost effortless. Slice it onto whole grain toast, mash it into guacamole, or blend it into a smoothie for a silky texture without dairy. For a savory side, mix avocado cubes with fresh tomatoes, onions, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. If you're aiming to cut down on less healthy fats, Try using mashed avocado in place of mayonnaise in sandwiches. It delivers creaminess without the artery-clogging downside. One important tip: because avocados are calorie-dense, moderation matters. Half an avocado a day is plenty to reap the benefits without going overboard. And remember, choose ripe fruit that yields slightly when pressed. Underripe avocados can be bitter and lack that buttery texture we love. Next, we'll move on to a tiny seed that packs an enormous punch for your arteries. One that proves good things really do come in small packages. Chia seeds may be tiny, but when it comes to protecting your arteries and nourishing your brain, they're nothing short of mighty. Each seed is packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Beyond their healthy fats, chia seeds are rich in soluble fiber. This type of fiber acts like a sponge in your digestive system, soaking up excess cholesterol and carrying it out of the body before it can lodge itself in your artery walls. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism have shown that diets high in soluble fiber can reduce LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, both key players in plaque buildup. Chia seeds also bring vitamin E to the table, another antioxidant warrior that shields your arteries from oxidative stress and inflammation. This triple action, lowering bad fats, protecting against oxidation, and reducing inflammation, makes chia seeds a stealthy yet powerful tool in your daily routine. The fun part about chia seeds is how easy they are to use. Stir them into oatmeal or yogurt, sprinkle them over salads, or mix them into smoothies for a nutrient boost without changing the flavor much. When soaked in liquid, chia seeds swell into a gel-like texture, which can be used to make chia pudding, a tasty, fiber-packed dessert or snack. You can even use that gel as an egg substitute in baking, making your recipes friendlier to both your arteries and your brain. One practical tip: because chia seeds absorb a lot of water, it's best to let them soak before eating. This not only makes them easier to digest, but also helps your body absorb their nutrients more efficiently. A simple ratio is 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to 3 tablespoons of water, left for about 15 minutes. Next, we'll switch gears to a liquid gold from the Mediterranean that has been loved for centuries, not just for its flavor, but for its proven ability to fight inflammation and help dissolve artery-clogging plaque. Extra virgin olive oil, often called liquid gold in the Mediterranean, isn't just a kitchen staple. It's a proven protector of your arteries and brain. Unlike refined oils, extra virgin olive oil is extracted without heat or chemicals, which means it retains a treasure trove of polyphenols. These powerful antioxidants work to calm inflammation in your blood vessels and shield them from oxidative damage, both of which are key to preventing the buildup of arterial plaque. One landmark study, the pre-dimed trial from Spain, followed thousands of older adults at high cardiovascular risk. Those who consumed a Mediterranean diet rich in extra virgin olive oil had significantly lower rates of stroke compared to those on a low-fat diet. Researchers believe that the combination of healthy monounsaturated fats and polyphenols helps dissolve existing plaque and prevents new deposits from forming. Think of it this way: where unhealthy fats can clog and harden arteries, the fats in olive oil act like a gentle lubricant, keeping those vessels flexible so blood flows freely to your brain. And when blood flow improves, your brain gets more oxygen and nutrients, which supports better memory, sharper thinking, and long-term cognitive health. Using extra virgin olive oil in your daily cooking is simple. Drizzle it over fresh salads, mix it into dips, or use it to sauté vegetables at low to medium heat. Avoid using it for deep frying, as high temperatures can break down its beneficial compounds. A tablespoon or 2 per day is enough to enjoy the health benefits without adding excess calories. To make sure you're getting the real deal, look for bottles labeled extra virgin with a harvest date and preferably stored in dark glass to protect the oil from light damage. Good olive oil should have a fresh, slightly peppery taste, a sign of those antioxidant polyphenols at work. Now, from the smooth richness of olive oil, we're turning up the heat with a spice that doesn't just wake up your taste buds, it wakes up your circulation in the most energizing way possible. Cayenne pepper isn't just for those who love spicy food. It's a natural circulation booster with science-backed benefits for your arteries and brain. Its fiery kick comes from capsaicin, a compound that does more than make your tongue tingle. Capsaicin works directly on your blood vessels, helping them relax and widen, which improves blood flow and delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. That means better alertness, sharper thinking, and a reduced risk of the clots that can lead to stroke. Studies in the Journal of Clinical Investigation have shown that capsaicin activates certain receptors in blood vessel walls, triggering the release of nitric oxide, the same powerful molecule we've discussed with pomegranate and arugula. Nitric oxide keeps your arteries flexible and less prone to dangerous blockages. On top of that, cayenne pepper's anti-inflammatory properties help calm chronic irritation in vessel walls, slowing down the plaque buildup process. There's also evidence that cayenne pepper can help lower blood pressure by improving the elasticity of arteries. Plus, the spice can slightly raise your metabolism, which may support healthy weight management, a big factor in keeping arteries clear. Adding cayenne pepper to your diet doesn't require turning every meal into a firestorm. A pinch can be sprinkled over soups, stews, eggs, or even roasted vegetables to give them a subtle warmth. If you enjoy smoothies, a tiny dash of cayenne in a citrus or pineapple blend can be surprisingly refreshing. One word of caution: if you're new to spicy foods, start small. Too much heat too soon can upset your stomach. Gradually build up your tolerance, and your body and your arteries will thank you. And now, after this burst of heat, we'll cool things down with a refreshing morning drink that combines 3 powerful ingredients to detoxify, improve circulation, and set the tone for a day of clear, energized thinking. Imagine starting your morning with a drink that not only wakes you up, but also gets your blood flowing, reduces inflammation, and supports clean, flexible arteries all at once. That's exactly what you get with a simple mix of lemon, ginger, and turmeric. Each ingredient plays its own special role, but together they create a powerhouse for your brain and arteries. Lemon is rich in vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that helps protect artery walls from oxidative damage and strengthens collagen in blood vessels, making them more resilient. It also supports healthy cholesterol levels by reducing LDL oxidation, a key step in preventing plaque buildup. Ginger adds a warming kick and comes packed with compounds like gingerol and shogal, which have been shown in studies to reduce blood clot formation and calm inflammation in vessels.